Welcome everyone to the orientation ceremony of third edition of CodePeak, presented to you by Anti-Granular, Three-Way Studios, Gigs for Gigs, Quine and SDev community. Brief introduction about CodePeak. CodePeak is a month-long program conducted by Coding Club IIT Guwahati in collaboration with NJAC IIT Patna that helps students understand the paradigm of open source contribution and gives them real-world software development experience. This year, we are adding on weekly leaderboards and a whole lot set of prizes ranging from $100 to Oxford trips, a very gripping session ahead. We'll also be providing CodeWeek merchandise to all mentors and top participants. We are targeting first timers in the world of open source, as well as seasoned developers to sharpen the skills by contributing to open source. Starting off our coding period from 8th December, we plan to organize sessions with renowned personalities on every weekend. Our coding period would end on 20th of December, followed by valedictory ceremony. A brief introduction about the organizing parties. NWOC NJAC Winter of Code is a flagship open source event of NJAC, the Computer Science Club of IIT Patna. Over the years, it has reached to more than 300 plus universities, impacting more than 3,000 developers all over India. Other than open source, NJAC is also involved in anything and everything related to computer science and technology, like machine learning, competitive programming, and cybersecurity. Coding Club IITG is one of the premier clubs of IITG, which is responsible for the coding culture at the college. From quantum computing to machine learning to open source, it has helped students all over India to find their interests. They have organized events like Ethos, launched numerous courses and magazines like Debugged, and promoted the culture of computer science all over India. Hemant, can you unmute?
Okay, so let's start with what all we have to offer you. Specialists from numerous fields present their insights about programming with contributors. Individuals get to recognize many inspiring tales from these specialists. Also, members have opportunity to interact and make their doubts clear on programming from well-known personalities inside the area of programming. CodePeak brings you to the advanced Git and GitHub workshop, right from the very basics like installation and pushing pulling to advanced tool like branching, also included in the bonus section of the cool perks of GitHub. To give you some of the hands-on experience, we have tasks designed to get you the feel of how open source events work. Open source contribution offers real-world software development experience. The events target students who wish to participate in free and open source contribution, and experienced developer who want to show their skills by contributing to the real-world projects. The program follows a mentor-mentee format where we can select the mentor who can contribute, who can help us over the whole period of open source tenure. So, the very first question which arises, why should I apply? Well, you have known that CodePeak seems to be something which is productive to do this December. But shouldn't I just go on a trip or sleep your way through the vacation? Well, there are some of the reasons why you should apply for it. Work experience, acquiring new skill sets, building your network, sense of achievement, and the very obvious mock for GSOC. And last but not the least, your love for the open source. So, the another question which rises, Am I good enough? The projects are intended to be beginner friendly. So there is no reason why you should be shy enough. We assure that you and the mentor will help in each and every step. In the end, you will emerge as a better developer. This simply rules out myths like first year cannot participate. The skills you need to be the part of it are communication skills, a working laptop or PC with internet throughout the program. And that's it. So, how will the leaderboard will work? There will be three types of issues in every project. Easy, 5 points, intermediate, 10 points, hard, 20 points. Additionally, you will get 1 point or 3 points for suggesting a easy or an advanced issue respectively. You express your interest on working an issue. If the issue is unassigned or the assignee is inactive, it would be assigned to you. You have to show progress within 3 days that you are actively working on the issue. If no activity is seen in the due time, the mentor can assign it to someone else. You can get maximum of only one issue at the assigned time. Points will be reflected only after we receive and verify the contribution from the mentor. So, what are our projects like? Keeping the freshers and the beginners to the programming to programming in mind, we have created several projects to encourage contribution. Simple issues like submitting algorithm, creating portfolio websites, etc. Issues can be assigned to multiple people. To get comfortable with the flow of Git and GitHub, make the first contribution to the open source projects. Each contribution will award 1 point to the student. Experienced developers are requested to contribute to more significant issues. Now I would like to hand over the further talk to Atri.
Yep. Highlighting out the main industry projects in this edition of CodePeak. PostgreSQL is a powerful object RDBMS that uses features of SQL language combined with features that safely store and scale the most complicated workloads. PostgreSQL also happens to be a GSOC project, so contributing to it might add up your chances to GSOC 2024. I'll now hand over to Jack to give you a first-hand overview of anti-granular projects.
Hi, I'm Jack. I'm with Anti-Granular. So for the anti-granular track, we have it split into 2 phases. The focus is how people can work with sensitive data that they can't directly see. So you might have heard that only 1% of the world's data is actually accessible to data scientists and machine learning engineers. As many data sources, especially those containing medical information, financial information, or information pertaining to children, are just not, they're too sensitive to work directly with. So Anti-Granular tries to make it easier for people to work with these data by giving tools to ensure they cannot see the raw underlying data. In phase 1, you have the opportunity to use these tools in order to work on a data science-like challenge. And there's a separate set of prizes, including up to $5,500 worth of prize money, by joining 2 data sets together and trying to understand the relationships of them. So we'll try to support people to get on the leaderboard with this. And then in the second phase, so after you've competed a little bit in using Anti-Granular, then we're going to ask you to contribute to Anti-Granular. And there's 2 open source repositories. One is called AG_sklearn, and the other is called AG_recommend, I believe. In the AG_sklearn repository, the goal is to mimic the scikit-learn API. So you're probably familiar with random forests or linear regression, etc. So some of these methods are already there, but we want to extend it out so that the typical functions you can do in scikit-learn are available, but in a privacy way, essentially. And the second is because Anti-Granular doesn't currently cover all methods in Python that you could use as a data scientist, we've surveyed in total hundreds of thousands of Jupyter notebooks, but we've provided in the challenge 10,000 surveyed Jupyter notebooks with every method, every package, every function, etc. that's used. And we're asking people to build CLI tools to help us analyze this data set and identify which functions, which methods, which packages, etc., should the anti-granular team focus on supporting next in order to best support the data science community as a whole. There's special prizes for this track. So if you focus on anti-granular, the person who comes at the very top will get an all-expense trip to a boot camp we're hosting in the University of Oxford in one of the last weeks of March in 2024. There's also special swag prizes, etc. too. So hopefully I look forward to seeing many of you in the anti-granular track.
Thank you, Jack. So SK time. SK time. Most of the ML enthusiasts must be breathing on scikit-learn library. SK time is a similar open source library for time series data modeling, which is interesting for both open source and ML developers. Handing over to Hemant, who would carry forward this session.
So, the last call, rewards and prizes. Trip to Oxford. Top contributors to get CodePeak merchandise. Top performers will get exclusively get free access to online courses, competitions offered by the Coding Club IIT Guwahati and NJAC IITP. Top 10 students will be featured in the CCIIT Guwahati magazine's Debugged edition. Top 10 student will be featured on our social media handles. Certificate of Merit to top 40 contributors. Certificate of Appreciation by CodePeak 23 to all the participants. So far, we are open up for the doubts. You all can write down your doubts in the comment sections.
Um, Ajit, it's not everything for top 10. Like we have different track prices, so it's not just the overall top 10, but there are different types of prizes. Shriya, this is not just about MLAI. You have projects ranging from everything. Just like I said, PostgreSQL happens to be a DBMS software, so it's not everything is not about MLAI. Projects will be released very soon. Bhupati Nikhil, actually, we'll also be creating this Discord server and we'll help out freshers, especially. And we also have some easy starter repositories to help out freshers into the world of open source. So, no worries on that. And we'll also have mentors for that. Projects are listed on CodePeak website, codepeak.tech. Aditya, coding knowledge, not much of coding knowledge is a prerequisite to participate in this projects. And we'll also be having some sessions upcoming. So not much is actually a prerequisite for this. Yes, the PPT will be shared. Vivek, actually, this doubt has been asked by many. Projects won't be assigned to you. You can actually go ahead and choose your projects, any project, and you can start working on issue by speaking to the mentor, or like you can clone them on your local system. And if you find any issue, you can report them or work on any issue that is already existing in that project. Yes, Rohit, you can choose project of your choice. Yes, we also have Flutter projects. The issue system is like this, that you have to write on that, you have to comment about approach, or like if you're interested in working on an issue, and then the mentor would assign you the issue. And if you are actually inactive on that issue and you don't share your progress, like we'll wait for like 2-3 days, and then the issue would be assigned to somebody else who would be willing to work on it. Yes, you can work on multiple projects issues.
Okay, so I guess we will wrap up over here. And if you have any further doubt, we are open up to answer you all through our Discord channels. So, any ending note from your side, Atri? Or we will end up
Let's
the
see
call.
how it goes on. It starts from tomorrow, so all the best, everyone.
Okay, all the best, everyone. Happy coding, and thank you for joining us.